Hi, I'm Brittany, here to give you 3 ideas to get your sketchbook artful. Welcome everyone. So if you're like me, you made a resolution to pick up your sketchbook and fill it more often than you did last year. So idea 1 is going to involve Instagram. This is Ellolovey, an artist on Instagram who creates these doodle a day challenges every month with prompts. This is February's that I'm trying to work on this month. And she does it herself, and she also posts other art on her page. And this is a really good way to do a monthly challenge every month, but also you could just take a prompt if you didn't know what to draw that day. You can go on her Instagram and just check out what the prompt is. And the second page is 1 hour, 1 sketch. And this page posts, it used to be weekly. It's not as often this year for some reason. They post a picture, a reference picture that you're supposed to draw or paint or whatever with the time limit of an hour. Usually it's every Wednesday that they would post. But there's definitely a back catalog if you wanted to try out some of the older posts. And this is just a good way to challenge yourself with a time limit, because a lot of the time you don't realize how slowly you're doing some stuff, and it gets you to pick up your pace and get better at doing the basic steps of sketching. You sketch a little faster. Here is where I'm doing some of the prompts from February's Doodle a Day. And that's Ellolovey again that posts these prompts for you. Definitely want to give credit. And for these, this month I am not holding myself to doing every single day. I'm just kind of either picking my favorites or being like, you know what, I haven't drawn in a while, I should do a doodle today. So these I'm not really focusing on getting my best work. I'm just having fun doodling or drawing. Nothing too fantastic, just using the tools I have around me and drawing the prompt for that day, or even going back to an old prompt number that it was last week, and doing that one if that one sounds better. So for this, definitely you don't have to hold yourself to drawing it every day. It's just a very good idea page to get you drawing, because I know it's sometimes hard to get in that practice. And with this, you can kind of take one and practice just something random. For me on this day, the prompt was sweet, so I drew a chocolate bar, and my focus was to do a metallic wrapper on the chocolate bar and try to get that effect. That was my focus. So sometimes if you choose a focus of these doodles, you can teach yourself something or get better at something that you haven't done before, you don't usually draw before. And even using reference images, getting better at using your eye to look at an image and draw it without having to scale it with the gridding system or whatever techniques there are out there that take longer. This is definitely a good way to get that practice and not feel so overwhelmed because it's supposed to be a doodle for the day and not a final piece. So to summarize, idea number 1 was the accounts Ellolovey and 1 Hour 1 Sketch on Instagram for some great ideas. And idea number 2 is using magazines. Whether you get bird magazines, flower magazines, furniture magazines, and even clothing magazines, you can use these images to draw from. You're not creating a final piece, so copyright issues aren't a problem. You're just doing this in your sketchbook for fun, learning how to draw certain things that normally you wouldn't draw, or maybe just getting even more refined practice on stuff that you usually do draw. These are just a great way to find some images that you might like and not have to use your screen and like go through Google for them, because I know as a person who suffers from migraines, you can't always be looking at screens. So this is a good way to, 1, recycle your magazines that you may have laying around the house, and also to get your eyes away from the screens and get some images that aren't super bright and causing you headaches and pain, and getting you some drawing practice. So for me, for this video, I picked out my Wayfair furniture magazine, and decided to draw this outdoor patio set of furniture. I don't usually draw furniture really, except for maybe like scene design type stuff, so I haven't done that for a while. And furniture is kind of difficult to get like the angles and the proportions correct. So I found this specific magazine was helpful to me because I needed some furniture references, and it's fun to draw different furniture, and it helps you get better at drawing it in case you need to do a background. And the final idea is to set up a still life for yourself. This is definitely a common practice in art classes for both painting and drawing. I don't know of any art class that I've taken that hasn't done still life drawings or setups of any kind. It's just a good way to get your eye on real life objects, because it's definitely very different from looking at a two-dimensional picture reference. I know for me it's very hard to get proportion if it's not a 2D image. And even like I found with my drawing with this, I tend to like draw things very large and not leave myself space for other objects, and like my spatial awareness on the actual paper is off from real life distance looking, that I don't really realize when it's a two-dimensional picture, because you kind of already have a flat object and it's not like rounded, and like I don't know how to explain it, but I guess as an artist you might understand that it's very different, the way your eye takes in what you're drawing a 3D image or your surroundings versus a two-dimensional image like in the magazines before. So I basically set up my still life, and you saw me drawing it, and with the help of my cat, I got it drawn. And then here I took it to my desk and refined some of the lines with a Pigma Sensei marker, fine liner. I definitely, as you can see, my spatial awareness was so off, but I got a sketch page done. And that's what this video is all about. And I hope this video will help you to fill your sketchbook. Please leave a like so other people can find this video if it was helpful, and subscribe for more art videos. Thank you.